I'm like, y'all bitches want to fight? Let's fight.
Right.
Hey guys, welcome back. Big Mama Energy.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Tia.
And today we have a story time coming to you. But before we get into that, make sure you
go ahead and subscribe, okay?
Subscribe.
Go ahead and subscribe, but also tap that bell so you can get all the notifications anytime we drop our bomb-ass videos.
Absolutely.
That you love. Go ahead and get into that. What you waiting for?
You love it here. And thank you to all of our subscribers, our Big Mama Tribe. We appreciate you.
Yes, yes. Thanks for always tuning in and being loyal supporters. Definitely heavy on the gratitude, okay?
Heavy on it. And to the newcomers, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay? You gonna love it here, okay?
Yes.
Make yourself comfy, cozy.
Period.
All right. But yeah, if you already done went and subscribed, we're gonna go move along and get into this video. So like Sissy said, we have a story time for you guys, and pretty much what this story time is going to be about, like, have you ever been in a situation where somebody just don't like you?
For no good reason.
For no reason. Or the reason is a reason that they caused, or like, you know, it's just like, now we got beef forever for no reason.
Beef forever. That is what this story time is called. And we're going to get into it.
We definitely going to get into it.
Because sometimes bitches don't like you.
Okay? And niggas too. For whatever
too.
reason. People just don't like you
Right.
for whatever reason. And sometimes the reason, you may not know what the reason is, but for some reason, they don't like you. And you just got beef forever with a person.
Every time.
Like, are we want to keep having to go through this?
Right. It's like on site.
Yeah.
It's like on site, and it's like, it don't have to be.
It don't have to be. And at this point, we're too fucking old for it today. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so the story that I am going to tell pretty much happened, like, the beef started in my younger years. I was literally a child. I was probably, I want to say, between the ages of 14, 15 maybe.
Okay.
And it continued to like, it just, like, I honestly, truly believe that if I seen this person today, they would still have an issue with me.
I needed to not still be up at y'all big age. I would hope that it wouldn't still be up.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what? You never know.
You never know. So yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna get it started. You wanna go first or you want me to go first?
I can get into it.
Okay.
Okay, so my beef forever, it seemed like forever.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily forever, but it just seemed like forever because it was like a whole summer or whatever. Okay, so it all started with some girls around the way.
Right.
Okay, it started with this guy I used to deal with. He was my boyfriend. And, you know, lo and behold, I was young. I might have been like 16, you know. And it didn't work out between us. That was all fine and good. So I moved on. He moved on.
Right.
He ended up dealing with a girl who lived like around the corner from me. Whatever. We all live in the neighborhood. Cool, whatever.
Right.
So for some reason, the girl had an issue with me. Like, and I'm like, I don't understand because I don't deal with this man anymore.
Right.
It had been like months. And it might have even been a year, I don't know, but I didn't deal with him anymore. I was in a whole nother relationship. Right. So I was just confused as to why, you know, this young lady was upset with me.
Okay, did y'all know each other prior?
I seen her run away.
But you didn't.
But she was younger than me as well, so like, you know, she was younger than me, so I didn't really know her. She didn't go to my school, but some of her friends did.
Okay.
And like, I would see her. It was never no beef.
Right.
I don't know you. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't know me.
Right.
Period. But apparently once she started dealing with him, I don't know if he told her about me on some pillow talking shit.
This is what people do.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe he told her that I hurt him or some shit. I don't know. But, like, all I know is it just started getting real petty.
Right.
Like, she would like roll her eyes every time she saw me, or like her friends, like they would just be staring at me, and I'm just like, and my friends, and I'm just like, what is the issue? Get this bitch a tissue. Like, what's the fucking issue? Because I'm confused.
Did she ever say anything?
She never said anything. Like, she never actually said, like, oh, I don't like you, or, you know, what you looking at. None of that. She never said anything until I had went out of town. Mm-hmm. So I went to go see my aunt. Okay. It was summertime. I went to go see her. I was at her house for maybe like a week or so. Maybe 2 weeks. And my mom told me, like, yeah, some girl, you know, came to the door. She called me, let me know one of your friends came to the door looking for you. And I'm like, who? And she was like, oh, I ain't never seen her before. And I'm like, what she look like? She explained to me exactly what this girl looked like. And I'm like, what was her name? And she told me her name, because I knew her name. Right. I'm like, yo, she really came to my house. Okay. I said, when I get back and like, now I'm mad as hell. I'm like, okay, it's up because you're disrespectful. You came to my house. Right. So what you want?
Exactly.
So once I got back in Philly, I already told my friend, I was like, look, my best friend, I'm like, look, it's up. She came to my door. So anytime I see her, so I end up seeing her walking by one day, and I'm like, what was all that like, why would you come to my house? Like, what did you want? How can I help you? And she was like, oh, you want war? And I'm like, what's up? You came to my house. What's up? What's the problem? She started talking all this shit, but walking down the street. Like, walking away.
But what did you come to my front door?
Right, she never said it. And she just started talking all this. I'm going to get somebody.
Was she by herself when she came to the door? Did your mom tell you?
Yeah, she was by herself.
She was by herself when she came to the door.
Yeah, and she said, I'm going to get somebody for you, all this stuff. Walking away. I'm like, okay, what's up? So she comes back. Mind you, at this time, I was in the house with all my folks.
Right.
All my god sisters, cousins, you know, whatever. Like, they was in the house later on that night. They came over. So, you know, I see her again. She comes back with, like, I don't know who this was, her cousin or somebody. Like, oh, she want to fight because, you know, this is my older cousin. But say less. Me and her older cousin get the mixing hard, heavy. And then she brought, like, a bunch of people around there, too. Oh. So, her friends and shit. Like, so, you know, the peoples came running out the house. They must have thought I was by myself. So, my peoples came running out the house. My best friend came running all the way from her house, round corners and down street and things, and just came up, and it was just like a big free fall. Like, and I just was like, yo, this is crazy. And at the end of the day, you know, we fought it out, and it was, after that, I mean, it was what it was. Like, I would see her, and, you know, she never said anything, but it was just like, oh, I don't like that bitch. Like, you know, and he was right there.
Every time.
Lo and behold, no, the night we was fighting, he was standing right there. And I'm like, I don't want bull. Because I know this is what the issue is. Right. Like, I don't want him. That's your new boo. You can, you know, do whatever with him. I'm really doing. So I really was confused. You know what I mean? Right. I'm fighting for him for what? I don't even want him anymore. Like, it's over.
It be the disrespect. That's what it is.
Yeah, it was disrespect. And so, I don't know. They must have thought it was sweet, but then they figured out it wasn't. And, you know, we did end up moving forward after that. Okay. Like, you know, we never fought again, but it just was like, when you see them, you know. Right. Like, that was ridiculous, so.
Especially over a nigga that I'm not worried about.
I'm not checking for it. And it really didn't have to be no beef. It wasn't like I was calling him. Right. It wasn't like I was, you know, saying anything to this man. Right. So I really was confused. Like,
but maybe he was trying to spice it up.
I think he was,
like, you know, because niggas is messy too. Let's be clear. Right. Sometimes the issues that us women be having with each other, sometimes the niggas be messy. Yeah. Sometimes.
He had to be spicy because I just didn't understand what the problem was. I literally don't say anything to you. Right. But yeah, that was my beef forever. It was just for a summer, and it just seemed like it was forever because it was like every time we see her, you know, it was a buildup of animosity. Like, what is she looking at? What's the problem? Like, right. So yeah.
My story is a little bit more. It was longer. It literally was forever. I felt like years, literally years. So how did this beef start? First and foremost, me and this person actually were cool. We were friends. They lived right around the corner from me. Actually, my best friends lived on the block around the corner from me, and then it's like a crossing block. Right. Is where the girl lives. So anytime I would go around the corner and see my best friends, she was right there. She was cool. We never had no issues. We played together, whatever. I actually spent the night at her house before, like sleepover type of vibe, everything. So me and this girl was cool until we wasn't, right? So one day, I went around to my best friend's house. We wound up going to the store with her mom.
Okay.
So we got in a car, like me and my best friend. We went to the store with her mom, whatever. When we came back, everybody was saying like how all these people is coming, like came on their block. Not on my block, but like on the block next to, around the corner from mine. To pretty much fight me or like had an issue with me.
Okay.
So I'm like, who had an issue with me? Like, what are you talking about? So they then started to explain the situation and say, oh, like, well, these girls came around and they said, like, you had got smart with their little sister or something like that. And I was like, well, who said I got smart with their little sister? She was like, well, the girl that I had beef with forever had told these girls that came around the corner, they told them that I had something to do with something that I didn't.
Okay.
So what happened was, maybe the day before, walking home from school, this girl had gotten into an issue with the girl that I have beef with forever,
Right.
her little sister.
Okay.
So when they said something, words was said, and when the girl came back with her older sister, they started bitching.
And going to throw you in the
And
mix.
threw my name in it because, one, I wasn't there to
Right.
defend myself. And two, they had no idea that I was cool with the older sister and the younger sister.
Oh, wow.
So when they came around, they was like, well, Tia ain't had nothing to do with this. Like, because they
Right.
didn't know that they knew me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So when I found out that they said all this stuff, I wound up going to the girl's block that came around here and was like, what happened? And she was just like, oh no, they tried to say that you was being disrespectful, calling my sister all these types of names and stuff like that. And she was like, my little sister told me that you ain't had nothing to do with it. And
Wow.
like, or whatever. So pretty much this beef started literally because they got smart with somebody.
And then
They came back
Right, so-
with their older sister.
and they couldn't pretty much handle
And they couldn't handle
what
the
got
heat, so
themselves
they
into,
threw
right.
my name in it.
Mhm.
So after I talked to the girl, I pretty much went back to the shorty house and asked her what happened and why my name was put in it. Well, it was knock if you buck when I came around there as if I did something to her.
Wow. Mm.
So after that, it was like, oh, all right, well, it's just like it is what it is. I don't fuck with you, whatever. Child, every time I came around, she would be talking shit, hanging out her window. It got to the point where it was like a war zone every single time we saw each other.
Wow.
So it's a store, like a corner store at the end of her block.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, I could have went around her block to walk, but why do I have to go around another block to go to the store?
Exactly.
So, you know, me and my friend, we walked past going to the store. She's hanging out the window talking shit or whatever. I ignored it the first time, whatever, boom, boom, boom. So as we coming back, she outside her house now on like the steps, waving a knife and talking shit. So I ran up the steps.
Wow.
Because my thing is, when somebody threatens my life
Right.
or have a weapon, I see red.
Right.
And it is up after
It's
that.
up
Like,
after
I don't
that,
even
yeah.
care about that weapon. Because my thing
Right.
is, you're going to have to fucking stab me real, real good.
'Cause,
Okay? You're going to have to kill me because if you don't, baby, it's on.
Right.
The fuck?
And you just better hit me
You
with that
just
again.
better know what to do
Exactly.
because it's going
That's
the fuck
crazy.
down. So she started bitching. She runs in the house.
But you had a knife.
Right, exactly.
Because it was about to get beat out your hand. And that's what it was. Like, people be so... Like, you fake hype.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know what I mean?
But
It
I
look
already
good.
know you hype because you're hanging out your window for one. Two, and now you got a knife for what?
And you did nothing.
And did absolutely nothing. So after that,
Nothing.
I guess she went in the house and must have called all her people, whatever the case may be. I went back to my rock. So later on, because like I said, my best friends lived on that block. But I wasn't trying to start any shit. It's just like, y'all started all this shit with me.
Right. Yeah.
So later on that night, I'm on their block, but I'm literally at the corner on the other end,
Okay.
sitting on the stoop talking to my friends or whatever. It was a couple of girls from my block or whatever with me too, and we was just sitting there talking,
Yeah.
regular stuff. Next thing you know, carloads of people pulls through the block.
Are you serious?
I'm talking about people in cars, people running up the streets, people had bets, all types of things. So I'm on 10, like I'm on go. One thing about me, I'm real calm, cool, collected.
I'm just confused.
But when I feel threatened, I'm on go.
Right.
Like, it's really no talking because y'all didn't come around here to talk.
Right.
And pretty much when they pulled up, I don't know what they thought was going to happen,
right.
But I was on fucking go. I was snipping on everybody because anybody the fuck can get it. So
Right.
all y'all bitches came around. So what y'all come around
Exactly.
for?
I came here for a reason.
My friend, she talking about something, I got the baby. I'm like, oh, well, listen, it is, I don't care who got who, because somebody's getting fucked up today. Like, I don't care who got who, and I was really ready to fight anybody.
Right.
And I literally, it's crazy, because I should have gotten jumped that day.
But they
I didn't.
want
They was some bitches. Like, honestly, they
I feel like
wanted
they
to talk.
saw how you was coming. Like, if you, I don't know, I feel like when people see you and you sticking up for yourself and you like with all the shits, then they be like, oh,
Right.
you're not a nut. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And I feel like what y'all came, that was supposed to intimidate me. I think probably
I think
so.
so, yeah, they was
They
trying
thought
to
that was
scare
going
me.
to scare me, but it does the complete opposite. It actually triggers me.
Activates.
It activates me. I black the fuck out, and at that point, y'all no longer dealing with Tia at this point. It's something
Tia
else.
has left the building.
It's real
baby.
shit, and now it's a
Yeah,
problem, and now it's the fuck up.
And then
now-
you're dealing with Shanae.
Exactly, real shit. And I was turned the fuck up. Like, I wasn't trying to hear nothing that nobody was trying to say. I'm like, y'all bitches want to fight? Let's fight.
Right.
Like,
Because y'all came around here.
and they literally, like, I guess it was her aunt. She was like, oh, baby girl, no, it's not like that. What you mean it's not like that? Y'all bitches came through,
That's
running
what it
through the
looked like to
block.
me. Y'all got
bats, y'all got belts, y'all got all this type things.
Right.
Like, what's good? Because I guarantee you, if any of y'all bitches jump me, somebody's going to get choked the fuck out. I'm going to get a hold of a bitch neck.
I grab a dog, and I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I foot up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass.
And y'all gonna be like, damn, we shouldn't have fucking touched here, because now Keisha gone. R.I.P. to Keisha. Real shit. Like,
cracking
so I
up.
really
No,
pray
yeah.
for the person that ever try to think they're going to jump me, because one of your friends is going to be dead. Like, and that's just it.
Well,
blank
God
period.
must have knew. He was like, no, that ain't it.
So at that point, they started bitching. The girl was like behind her family, talking her talk. And I'm like, bitch, shut up.
Oh, my God.
Shut up and fight. Like,
Right.
I don't
At this
understand.
point,
So they pretty much did all this for nothing. We didn't fight. Went home. The next day, the mom comes to my house.
was your mom home?
My mom was not home.
Oh, man.
My mom was not home. She comes to my house. She's getting smart.
Wow.
Like, all this
With
stuff.
the child. Like,
with the
okay.
child. So, at this time, well, Doris' mom was, this is when Doris and them still was living there. Doris' mom was home. I forgot what she did. I don't know if she was home, coming from work, I can't remember. But she heard the lady, saw the lady. And she was like, what is going on?
And why
Are you, that's a child.
Exactly. Her
You need to
mother
be
is
talking
not
to her
here.
parent.
Exactly.
Or whatever. So she left, or whatever. So, once she left, that was that. Right? So I thought. So, the little sister of the girl that I was beefing with or whatever, she went to my high school. So she started stuff at my school. Now she brought the drama that was at home in the neighborhood to the school. And she told the principal all this stuff that I be threatening her.
And meanwhile, she's the one with the big issues and hanging out windows and waving around knives.
Right. It was just all this craziness. So I'm just like, all right, listen, I'm not about to keep going through this with y'all. Like, I'm just really not. So I told the principal my piece, whatever. And we just kind of left that at that. Like, I won't cross her path, she won't cross mine, whatever. They hated me so much, like, literally.
That's crazy.
Anytime that I see these people, they wanted to fight me. Like, anytime I seen them. So, one day, I was on the avenue. Because the other stories is like, I would walk past and they would, like, roll their eyes, little stuff like that. Like, it really went on for years.
That's
like,
crazy.
they seen me. Y'all didn't want to fight. But then after that, y'all
You
see
still
me
wanna,
and y'all want to act
talk
like y'all
shit,
got an
yeah.
attitude or talk shit, or when y'all with a group of people. So I just got tired of it, and I was
Right.
dealing with this for like, at this point, it was like over a year at this point. So one day, me and one of my best friends, not the ones that lived around the corner from me, but
Right.
like further, we were on the Ave with her mom, and we were walking to the sneaker store.
Okay.
So we walking down the Ave, talking, everything cool. So as we're walking, the girl that I got beef with forever, she's walking past with some other girl.
Okay.
I'm not tripping off of you though. So I'm walking past, minding my business. I acknowledge who you are, like I see you,
Right.
just in case you get
Just in
spicy.
case, because I already know. You the
But
op,
you know,
so,
I'm not tripping about it.
Absolutely.
So next thing you know, they walk past, whatever, everything cool. So probably like 5-10 minutes later, my best friend's little brother come walking up.
Okay.
He was on the bus when we was walking up the Ave, so he saw us
Right.
and got off the bus. So when he caught up with us, he talking to us and he like, you got issues with somebody up here? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, it was these two girls walking past and they was talking about you. I was like, talking about me? And he was like, yeah. And at that point, I just was over it. I just was like,
You're like, all right, enough is enough.
enough
This
is
was
enough.
crazy,
So
yeah.
I looked down the street to see where they was at, and when I looked down the street, they was already like too far gone for me to like try to run down on them or
Okay.
whatever. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. So we go to the next store. My best friend's mom went to go into the dollar store. So I turned around again, and I saw them coming back my way.
Like, oh, okay.
So I turned right to my best friend. I told her, I'm about to fight.
Period.
Straight up
all
like
I mean,
that. I said, I'm about to
be
fight. Yeah, it's going down. And when I said I'm about to fight, she's like, are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
I'm dead ass
Because
serious.
this is
And
too
I'm just
long.
letting you know.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
preparing you.
I'm about to fight.
It's knucking you up.
So, even when the girl walked back or whatever, I didn't just straight tee off on her.
Right.
I approached her like, hey, can I talk to you? And her energy was negative from the rip. But after she started acting crazy, like, you know, acting like she got the attitude, I'm like, why? What is your fucking whole thing with me? Like,
Right.
you talk shit, but don't want to fight.
Right.
Like, I
What
don't
is
understand.
this
Like,
back
this
and
every
forth?
day, every time you see me, that's weird. Like, you got an issue with me clearly, but you
Right.
don't want to fight. Like, what's
Right.
up with you?
Do you like me? Like,
So-
at this point, are you flirting with me?
I don't know
What is going on? Like,
I don't know what is like obsession. I don't
Right.
know. Like, I don't know your whole thing. So I was genuinely asking a question and concern. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Child, she talking about whatever, Tia. I'll be back. You be back, bitch.
I know
Bust
this.
that bitch right in the back of your fucking head, bitch. You be back. You be back?
I'll
Okay.
be back.
Because at this point, we're not going to keep doing this. We're not going to keep going back and forth. We're not going to
Yeah, it ain't no you gonna be back. We can fight right now.
and I'm gonna be completely honest. I am not a fighter. I never will sit here and say like this is what I do. I don't
Right.
like to argue with people, but I will defend myself.
And
I
that's
do know how to
big.
fucking
You
fight, and it
have
is
to
what it
defend
is.
yourself, because if you don't, they will try to take advantage of you and try to antagonize you. Especially when you're younger. You know how it
Period.
was. You have to speak up for yourself. And
You
defend
definitely have to
yourself.
speak up for yourself. And then my whole thing is like, y'all not gonna keep pulling me through and putting me through this shit every other fucking 2 days. Like, I don't got time.
Right.
So it was up. Ain't no bitch come back. So why? So you could call another car to other
Exactly.
people?
Right.
Like, no. So we was mixing.
She was scared.
Oh yeah, and
that's
it
what that
showed.
was, yeah.
We was mixing it the fuck down on the avenue. I shattered the fucking door. I hit my best friend's mom because
Oh,
she was
God.
trying to break it up.
It
It
was
got
real.
real. Like, it got real spicy. The friend, she's like, can y'all get her off of her? Get her off of her.
I mean,
No.
no, because she brought this upon herself.
Right.
And this ass woman should have been happening. So, yeah.
So yeah, I don't even know. And once I start fighting, I black out. And it's really nothing you could do to kind of stop me until like my
Until
body
you
is
come
just.
down.
I come back
Right.
because I really leave. It's an out of body experience. Like I leave. I'm not the fuck here no more. Tia has left the building. So like I was snapping. All that shit happened. I fucking pulled all her fucking hair out. She bought the shit and went. I don't know what happened after that. Next thing you know though, somehow I guess the girl must have called people.
Oh, the front?
Yeah, the front, she must have called people because now, here we go with another carload of people. And I'm on 10. They go getting out the car with belts and stuff like that. So at this point, my best friend's mom called my mom. Like, come and get Tia. She's drooling. She won't leave because now.
You like, no, it's up now.
Now I'm real
At this point, you got the adrenaline going. You like, it's up. Y'all want to fight?
I'm really out there trying to fight all them bitches. Okay, let me tell you something. Like, what's good? Like, y'all ain't said
enough to be enough. Like, really, and you be tired. That's years behind years of all this animosity for no reason. All this beef for no reason.
Okay.
Like, let's nip this in the bud. That's what I do like about men when they do fight. I like the fact that they fight and that's it. Unless they want to pull out a pistol, I hope not.
Right.
But for the most part, let's fight. You got a problem, let's fight and it's over. You know what I mean? Well, back in the day.
Right, yeah.
Back in the day, it used to be, let's fight and then that's it and it's done. You know what I mean?
And that's what my whole thing is. My thing is like, I didn't have an issue with you to begin with. Y'all started this whole fucking thing.
Right.
And it is crazy to me because it could have solved it, a simple apology.
Right. But people probably be too crazy, especially when they lied and then I got figured out that they lied. Like, they got exposed. So now she was all, embarrassed.
But what you mad at me for? Bitch, I didn't do shit to you. Like, you get what I'm saying?
She should have just, especially because that was like your friend or an associate of yours.
Exactly.
She could have just like, oh my bad, you know what I mean? But no, she wanna.
Right, you act like I fucking did something to you, bitch. I didn't do shit to you.
Why you being weird to me?
No, facts. Why are you being weird to me?
You was the one with the weird shit.
Right. So pretty much, it was that fight happened. My mom, I don't know where my mom and my brother came from, but they came from out of nowhere. And they was like, Taya. And I was like, no, like, I was really snapping, like, the whole way. Like, what's good? Who else want to fight? Because I'm ready for any of you bitches. Like, let's go. Like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? And Mrs. D's, my friend mom was just like, Tia, calm down, Tia, calm down. I was like, it's go time. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. It's up.
I mean, mentally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How that was just exhausted mentally over all them years and all that beef. And
yes, but y'all would think that after that fight, it would be done.
It wasn't done?
No.
Alright, that's mentally insane. I feel like that's a mental illness.
But
it's still not done.
It more so went from the girl that I was beefing with to her younger sister. Because I think her younger sister felt the way because her older sister got beat up.
Well, yo.
So now the little sister wants to start shit with me.
Oh, wow.
It became this whole thing. Like, it was literally this whole thing from, like, even going to a different school. I went to a different school. Literally, the first day I started the school, because I had enough credits. I went to a nice school. I went to Southern, first of all, child, please. That was like the worst experience ever. But my senior year of high school, I transferred to another school because I got into a fight with somebody else at school. And being as though I was a senior, they told me, like, if me and this other girl fought again, that I wouldn't be able to walk.
Oh, wow.
So to avoid that from happening, because at the end of the day, I might not want to fight you. I might not start any shit, but I don't know what you're going to say.
Right.
And I don't know how I necessarily will respond, especially at that age.
Right.
So I just was like, all right, so to avoid that from happening, and this was with a completely different other person. Right. I was like, I'm going to just go to another school. I didn't need that many credits, so I didn't have to go full days at school. Okay. So I was working in the morning, and I would go to night school. All right. I went to the school, right? First day, my first day to the school. I'm walking up the steps, minding my business. And as I'm walking up the steps, I'm in my phone probably. So I'm looking down as I walk up the steps. I felt somebody bump into me.
Okay.
But I'm not thinking that somebody did this on purpose.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm in my phone, not paying attention. Right. I accidentally bumped into somebody as I'm walking, whatever. So as I felt the bump, I looked up on my phone and I looked down to say, excuse me, because I have manners.
Right.
So I'm like, excuse me. Oh, I went back, turned around to say my bad. And it's the little bitch, the sister.
Plot twist. Not the little sister.
I went to chase this bitch down the steps on everything because you're trying to be smart. You're trying to be the fuck smart. But when I tell you, skirt, she was the fuck. She's a runner, she's a track star. She was the fuck going, okay? Wow, she got ghosts. So I'm like,
remember what
why
you did
the fuck I gotta keep doing this? Why do I gotta keep going through this, right? So you would think that it was over. You know, I goes to my class, you know, thinking like, okay, whatever. That was what it was, nut shit. But I'm like, whatever, I'm going to my class, mind my business.
Right.
So I'm in my class or whatever, you know, we went through our whole little introduction of what the class is, blah, 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 whatever. So I want to say probably like 15, 20 minutes into the class, cops come knocking on the door.
Not the cops, alright.
The cops come knocking at the class fucking door and asking for me. On the first fucking day.
Draw line.
On my first day. So everybody looking at me like,
what's up with her? She crazy or what?
No, real shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was so irritated and annoyed. So I comes out the class and she's like behind the officers and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, what's the problem? And they was like, we heard that you have an issue. I think her mom called them. Because I guess she must have called the mom and said whatever. And I was like, listen, I said, this is my first day. I said, I did not know this girl went to the school. I said, as soon as I come up the steps, she's bumping into me. Like, I don't even understand why the cops is being called on me. Because she put her hand, well, she touched me.
Right.
I didn't even see who she was until I turned around. And she ran. Like, it was just real weird. And at that point, like, I'm not gonna lie, with the cops and everything there, I wanted to put hands and feet on her. Because it's like, I'm just tired of
the whole
this.
situation.
I'm tired of the whole situation. Like, y'all mad as shit for whatever reason. Whatever the real beef is with me, I still to this day don't know what the real beef is. Because, like, did we really have to keep and continue to go through this?
Yeah, that was unnecessary and
very
exhausting.
unnecessary.
And then it had to be exhausting on both parts. Like, girl, who has this time and energy for this? But some people do.
That's what I'm saying.
The chaos, you know, and the bullshit.
And it's been a long time since I've seen them. I personally wouldn't even know. I feel like if I was just walking past, I really wouldn't acknowledge them, wouldn't even know who they were or whatever the case may be. But I strongly do feel like if I was to walk past and they saw me, that they would still have an issue with me.
And that's ridiculous.
And it's kind of sick.
It's really an obsession and it's sick at this point, you know. Move forward. It's called growth. You know what I mean? I can understand when you're younger, like y'all was in, you know, y'all was young in y'all teenage years, whatever. But if you're a grown adult at our big fucking age and you still have an issue and you're beefing with people that you beef with as a teenager, you need to go to hell at this point.
Definitely.
Like, heal yourself. Grow up. Like, that makes no sense.
Definitely.
As a grown woman, I will hope that we're in better spaces. You know, if I saw them young ladies to this day, it's not up. I don't give a fuck about you.
No,
never did.
For real.
So it shouldn't be up.
Right.
It shouldn't be up over a teenage beef.
Right.
Like, please.
And that's my whole thing. Like, and the point of this video is like, be forever? Question mark. Like, is this what we're doing? Like, I don't have beef with you forever. First of all, it takes too much energy to beef with somebody, bitch. Like Sissy said, I don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
Never did.
Right.
Like, not to that extent. To be beefing up with you every single time I see you, it's on go. I don't got time. That takes too much energy. I don't have it. I don't have that for you.
And then the thing is, at the place that I'm in, there's so much growth, you know what I mean, that we've both had. So it's just like, you're gonna be beefing with yourself, sis.
Yeah. So
I got too much to lose.
Exactly.
And, you know, I worked too hard to be where I'm at. So it's just like, But some people, that's just all they have. You know, they got time and energy. They're miserable, and they want you to be too. And it's just like, sometimes they blame people like for their shortcomings. It's just a lot to go with that. Like I said, it's a mental illness. I feel like you have issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What is your obsession with me? What is your whole thing?
Exactly.
Because I didn't do anything to you. It's crazy. But some people do that. Some people be mad, jealous, whoever fucking knows. Like, who knows?
And it's crazy because, you know, the reason that this really, like, sparked a conversation, like, okay, we should have a story time about Be Forever, is because at work, I experienced this recently it's younger girls, but still, you know, a person having an issue with somebody from high school and bringing that now into their workspace as a grown woman,
Right.
you know, I feel like that's too much.
I feel like be better. Like, what is
That's too much.
the whole thing? Like, come
Yeah,
on.
and you're miserable. And like Sissy said, heal. Whatever issues that you went through or going through, you need to heal. And it's not up to that person. That person, that's not their issue to heal you or whatever the case may be. And if you got beef for somebody, they don't owe you a conversation. You know, if they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. It is what it is. That's your job to heal from that situation.
Right.
But all this be forever shit, that shit is dead.
It's dead. It's like
That
come
coming
on.
into people's jobs and workspaces, that shit is dead. Coming to people's doors, and then that shit is dead.
And that
'Cause
shit'll get you killed.
Exactly.
Like when that young lady came to the door, that's some shit that will get you hurt.
That's
You
what I'm
don't
saying.
do that. You know what I mean? I've never done no shit like that. Anytime that I did get into an altercation, a fight, it was always defending myself.
Right.
From some shit that I don't even know. Like, you know, people had beef for no apparent reason. It was crazy. It really was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like to fight. You know, I never really did. But when I got activated, like Sissy said, it was up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Cause
This
you
what you
know
want?
your mind.
Okay.
Like, stop playing
Yeah.
with me. Demon time for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that shit is, come on.
And,
It gets old.
and like, it just takes too much energy.
It
It
does.
drains. It
Nobody
takes
do
too
that.
much to hate on somebody or have beef with somebody
Yes.
and want to turn up on somebody every
Exactly.
single time.
Every time you
that
see 'em and stuff.
like, nobody got time for that.
We keep it classy, you know, at this age. I'm into traveling.
Right.
And things like that. And having a good time. I'm not into none of that dumb stuff.
All that dumb stuff, that shit is for the birds.
It really
and yeah. And I'm really truly working on myself these days, day and age, you know, to not be so triggered
Right.
when people, you know,
Say stuff.
threats,
It's hard.
when people, you know, weapons and stuff. But that is a trigger for me, like, because you trying to hurt me? Okay.
Exactly.
Like, that's the whole thing. Like,
Right.
okay, I just go into defense mode. Like,
Right.
and that's just what it is. Like, because I'm definitely gonna hurt you before you hurt me.
Right.
just like, okay.
Yeah, that
And
is
just be real good at what you do. Kill me, please. That's all I'm saying. If you won't pull out a weapon, please kill me. Because, bitch, if you don't, I don't know what to tell you after that.
I don't have any beefs.
Yeah.
But you know, that I know of.
Right,
So,
that you know of. Because
now
people
at
always
this day
want to
and
have an
age.
issue with you for
Right.
whatever reason.
Right.
You know, just for you simply being you. People just may not like you. And, I mean, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, fuck you. I mean...
And you're going to be beefing with yourself. Because I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm not in that headspace. I'm just...
Yeah, you
I
can go to
can't.
hell. You
Right.
and your beef can go to hell, okay? Honestly.
That sounds like a personal problem. Sounds like you need therapy.
Definitely having you on the therapy. Seek help, ho.
Seek help.
I seek help for sure, okay? Because I ain't got shit for you at this
Right.
point. But yes, that is our story time.
That's our story time on a beef forever.
Beef forever. Definitely drop them comments down. Let us know, because I know you had a situation where you just felt like the beef was forever. Maybe you was the one that started the fucking
Right.
beef. Who knows? Y'all messy.
Messing house, honestly. But let us know, because, you know, we want to hear it.
Definitely
and also,
wanna get into it.
hit us up with the email. You know, we still have that.
Yes, BigMamaEnergy@gmail.com. Go ahead and leave us those emails. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. You know, we always looking for fresh, new ideas and content to put out for you guys. So let us know what you want to talk about,
If
okay?
you want to share some of your stories, it's open to that as well.
Okay, we do not judge. This is just
Sure
free
don't.
zone, okay? Guys, let's get into it. But like always, please like,
Share
comment,
and subscribe.
and subscribe. Bye, guys.